Ishmael was born to Hagar, Sarah's Egyptian maidservant, after Sarah had been unable to bear children. Sarah, in her frustration, offered Hagar to Abraham as a concubine to bear a child. Genesis 16 verses 1-4. This event marked Ishmael's birth when Abraham was 86 years old. Genesis 16 verse 16. When Ishmael was 13 years old, God made a covenant with Abraham, instructing him to circumcise himself and all the males in his household as a sign of the everlasting covenant. Genesis 17 verses 9-14. Abraham was 99 years old at this time. Genesis 17 verse 1. After the covenant of circumcision, God promised that Abraham would have a son with Sarah, and that this son, Isaac, would be the heir of God's covenant. Despite this promise, God reassured Abraham that Ishmael would also be blessed. Genesis 17 verses 18-21. God told Abraham that Ishmael would father a great nation and that 12 princes would arise from him. Genesis 17 verse 20. After Isaac was born, Sarah saw Ishmael mocking Isaac during a feast celebrating Isaac's weaning. Sarah, distressed, told Abraham to send Hagar and Ishmael away, stating that Ishmael should not share in Isaac's inheritance. Although troubled, Abraham obeyed God's instruction to listen to Sarah. Genesis 21 verses 9-12. God assured Abraham that Ishmael would also become a nation. Genesis 21 verse 13. Abraham sent Hagar and Ishmael away with provisions, and they wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. When their water ran out, Hagar placed Ishmael under a bush and went to find water. In her distress, God responded to their plight, and an angel showed Hagar a well of water, saving them from death. Genesis 21 verses 14-19. God also promised Hagar that Ishmael would become the father of a great nation. Genesis 21 verse 18. Ishmael grew up in the wilderness and became an expert archer. Genesis 21 verse 20. When he reached adulthood, Hagar found him a wife from Egypt. Genesis 21 verse 21. Ishmael went on to father 12 sons, each of whom became the leader of a tribe. These tribes, known as the Ishmaelites, settled in regions from Havilah to Shur. Genesis 25 verses 12-18. After Abraham's death, Ishmael, along with his half-brother Isaac, buried Abraham in the cave of Machpelah, alongside Sarah. Genesis 25 verse 9. This shows the enduring relationship between Ishmael and his father, despite the earlier tensions between Isaac and Ishmael. Ishmael lived to the age of 137 and died. His descendants continued to form tribes across the wilderness areas, and his legacy lived on through his numerous descendants. Genesis 25 verse 17. Ishmael is seen as the forefather of many Arabian tribes, and his legacy carries deep significance in various religious traditions, including Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. While the Bible, Ishmael's legacy is multifaceted. In Judaism and Christianity, he is acknowledged as Abraham's firstborn son, with a significant, though secondary, role in the Abrahamic covenant. In Islam, he is a central prophetic figure, embodying faith, obedience, and the fulfillment of God's will. His descendants, the Ishmaelites, are seen as the ancestors of many Arab nations, linking him directly to the lineage of the Prophet Muhammad. Through these diverse traditions, Ishmael's story continues to influence the spiritual and cultural landscapes of millions around the world. In Islam, Ishmael, Ismail, is regarded as a prophet and an important figure in the lineage of the Prophet Muhammad. The event of the Zamzam well miraculously springing forth near Ishmael is commemorated during the Hajj pilgrimage. His descendants are believed to have settled in the Arabian Peninsula, forming the Arab nations.